Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm very excited. This is my first video today. I would like to start by introducing myself and introducing the channel and then talking about what I'm gonna talk about today. So first things first, I am Dikeledi Munyamani. I'm a professional and a career woman. I run a business consultancy in Lesotho. We work with all types of businesses actually. We're very passionate about SMMEs, and I have a background in finance. I qualified as a chartered accountant in 2014, and I recently just got an MBA, which I'm really happy about. And who knows, maybe a PhD somewhere around the corner. So this YouTube channel is really going to be about me sharing my experiences. Sometimes it will be very technical, and then sometimes it will be a bit soft, like today. I'm going to talk about professional development and why being part of an association was really important in my professional development. So I've been part of a number of associations or organizations. Some were professional and some were social and some were for social good. And from all these different types of organizations slash associations, I've really learned so much and I've developed so much as a professional. First of all, for me to be sitting here recording this video to put it in the public domain in itself is a show of so much professional development. And I really hope that I can inspire or motivate people to get out of their comfort zones and to put themselves out there and to be a bit more intentional in how they build their career. So one organization I want to talk about is the Association of the Advancement of Black Accountants in Southern Africa, ABASA. I was part of the Free State chapter from 2011 up until around 2017. I'm still a part of it. I would like to believe. But yeah, so I joined ABASA when I started my articles at PwC in Bloemfontein. And I must say, when I joined PwC, I was very shy. I was very self-conscious. I'd had a lot of life experiences that I'll talk about someday that really had a very negative impact on myself. And so I wasn't really keen on putting myself out there. I wasn't keen on engaging. I didn't easily make friends. And so when we joined our articles, then ABASA would have all these events where they'd have, for example, a first-year BRI, where they invite first-year article clerks to come and introduce themselves to each other and to also really try and support them throughout their articles, or to provide a platform rather that will support them throughout the articles. So I remember that in the beginning, I would not show up to these events. And it was really because I was in bed and I just preferred to be in bed than to go out and people, as we would say today. So eventually I remember I attended an AGM and I was just basically quietly in the background watching how things were being conducted, and there was a guy there. His name was Tabang, and he was basically questioning everything, engaging so much with the handouts that we were given, engaging so much with the executive when they were giving a report on how they have performed. And I was so impressed with him, and I thought to myself, will I ever be that type of professional who sits in a meeting and asks questions? I mean, at that time, I didn't see myself beyond articles. And also, just to put a little bit of context around it, I had failed my honors the previous year, so I was still studying through UNISA while doing my articles. So I was my confidence levels were very low. So, but being impressed by Tabang, I realized that he lived in the same flat as us. So I approached him and I said, could he please be my mentor? And also because I had heard a lot about him. He had worked for PwC Bloom before, and he was a great advocate, for the development of Black accountants. If you know the accounting profession in South Africa, you know that around, I think, 13% CAs are black. So advocating for black people is really great in that context, is admirable. So I really like that about him as well. So I asked him to be my mentor, and I told him that I want to be just like you. And I mean, he was very surprised. I don't even know if he had a mentor before that, but as somebody who coached people, I would assume he did. But then he agreed. So we walked the journey together. So Tabang was very instrumental because he was somebody that truly believed in me. And for example, when we went to an Abasa meeting once, and it turned out we had to elect new officers because the people who had been in those offices had basically absconded. He nominated me for a position that I got. I became the treasurer of Abasa. And that was important for me because during the year of me serving as a treasurer, we got to organize the annual Abasa convention, which is really an annual meeting where people from different branches come to one specific location, and each year it's organized by a different branch. So I got to organize this, and I managed a really big budget, and I got to engage with different people, different personalities. We had a lot of meetings with people from other branches, just trying to coordinate the whole thing. And I remember like when the event started and we still didn't have enough money in our bank account, and we had to negotiate with the hotel who was hosting us. Things like that, you know, that put you in the heat of things, really, really help to develop your character. So I would say that being part of Abasa as an organization helped to develop my character. It helped me realize that, you know, you need to get used to working with different people. Sometimes you work with difficult people. Sometimes you work with really great people. But regardless of the kind of people that you're working with, you have to be consistent, and you have to learn to navigate difficult situations because you can't always quit, really. So I learned that three main things that I learned. Firstly was interpersonal skills, learning how to communicate with different people, learning how to engage with different people, just developing my own character. As I said, I wasn't really a people's person. I was very timid, didn't make friends easily. But through Abasa, I learned how to connect with people, how to just, you know, put myself out there, be vulnerable, ask for help, and things like that. Then the second one was a lot of job opportunities that either came through the networks that Abasa exposed us to. There was a time during the Abasa convention, actually, when we were coordinating as a branch, I got to interact with someone who was a partner in the same firm, but he was based in the Joburg office. And he literally offered me a job just like that, because he was like, we're looking for people who can become assistant managers. And that was an opportunity that I got. I didn't take it though, but it was an opportunity that I got through Abasa. And consistently, like, we would have different types of opportunities that are opened up to us because of the people that we engage with. Then the other thing was gaining leadership skills. So I ended up becoming the first female chairperson of Abasa Free State, a role that was interesting on its own, worthy of its own YouTube video. But I believe that my ability to even become a chairperson, firstly, a lot of women had been deserving of that position before, but they were not willing to do it because it was a difficult position. But I believe the leadership skills that I've developed really empowered me to say yes to that position. And more than that, I've taken on other leadership roles subsequent to that, and I have I've learned how to work with people. I've learned how to, get people committed to one cause. I didn't get it right, I think, there, but subsequent to that, I learned how to do that. I learned so much. I learned how to, even though you have your own ideas, to come down to people's level, not down per se, but to come to people's level and to understand the ideas that they have before you start to impose your own ideas to them. So there are many other things that I learned, but public speaking, for example, confidence, all those things I learned by being part of different organizations. So I've also been part of Global Shapers, the Maseru Hub, and very, very briefly the Dublin Hub. I've also been, I don't know, I can't recall others. Are there others? But I'm part of a group now of 10 young women. We call it the Young Professional Women's Forum. I am more willing to be part of a group now, ever since that my involvement with Abasa. So really this video is about encouraging people to get out there, see what networking opportunities are there for them, see what opportunities are there to develop their interpersonal skills. Don't choose not to get involved just because you think, that place is so full of politics, or that place is so full of this, or I don't really want to be, engaging with groups of people. Every time we engage with groups of people, I believe there's a lot of edification that happens, like iron sharpens iron type of situation. So I really feel like being part of, these organizations helped me to be sharpened as a iron and to sharpen others. Okay. I can share a lot about my involvement in Abasa. Really, I've had a lot of experiences. So if you have any questions, drop them either in the comments or inbox me on Facebook or whatever, and we can engage. See you next time.